There are small bits of time called data fragments. These data fragments become the prevalent during the birth of the information age. When time is altered, the flow of time itself is diverted. Occasionally, small trickles of the previous flow stay in the current. They exist as old photos, short text files, and wandering bits of fact. They stay within the network of the internet and modern computers as insane and useless information that mutilate the population browse. Perhaps the interest of these silly falsehoods. Yet, we must remember that these were once true and are a form of at time, most likely from a different than ours. Think about every incorrect fact, short story, creepypasta, misquote, and edited picture you've ever witnessed online. One of these may be a data fragment. Who's to say that flow of time to which that does come and does not have the data fragments from ours? Who's to say that they got not to notice? Well, my pretties, that was Data Fragments, a creepypasta. My personal opinion and thoughts on it. Well, I actually never actually heard of this story actually, so I decided to give this one a go. It's honestly a good story. I remember Seabass actually narrated this one, and a few other narrators actually have narrated this story, and they thought it was good. So I thought, you know what? I'll give myself a go at this one because I haven't seen this one. So, with that being the case and that being said, it's a great story. I definitely got to say, it's a really awesome concept for a story. It's definitely well made in detail. I definitely got to say, it's still a really amazing story. And even though it's a short story, I honestly really found this story to be, quite good for, you know, this concept. So, with that being the case, and that being said, I honestly really enjoyed this story. It honestly gives us a little bit of, well, basically, it gives us, some clues as to what's going to be happening or something. And this kind of gives us more of clues as to what's going on and stuff. So, I definitely got to say it's a really interesting concept for a story like this. So, with that being said, I honestly really thought it was a good story. I mean, the concept seems interesting, and the grammar of the story is pretty good as well. So I definitely got to say it's a really awesome story for what this is, and it honestly gives me, kind of a little bit of a, just a kind of an idea of what is actually going on in that. So there's definitely that, and there's a lot of great concept for this story that honestly makes me wonder about some things, like if this is actually real or not. But I mean, it's hard to really say, especially when it comes to misinformation and stuff like that. So I gotta really say it's a pretty good story. So it's honestly still a pretty awesome story for what this is, especially with, given the fact that I've never actually heard of this story before. I honestly still thought it was really, really interesting. So, with that being the case, and with that being said, I'm going to sit here and just say that this is just simply my own personal opinion. And if you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas. This is simply my own personal thoughts, and and I don't know who the original author of this story is. So since I don't know who the original author of this story is right now, I'll just leave it as anonymous for now. If I ever do find out who the original author of this story is, I'll be sure to give him or her proper credit. So yeah, anyways, with that being said, I can't really say, who's the author of the story because I can't seem to find it right now. But yeah, to the author of the story, if you happen to, well, come across this video and happen to be the author of the story, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to give you proper credit if you're the author of the story. So, with that being the case, and with that being said, I'm going to sit here and just say right now, what did you guys? I give this story a 10 out of 10. It's a really interesting concept. I really do like this story. It's pretty good for what it is, and I do really have to say it's a pretty interesting concept for a story, and I definitely gotta really say I like it. I thought it was neat. It's well made in detail, and I personally enjoyed this story. So, with that being said, what did you guys personally think of this story? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're brand new here to this channel, feel free to leave this story a like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.